All right, welcome everybody. My name is Brandon Ivey with the Shopping Sherlock. Welcome to a special training tonight. And we have a very, very talented person in this industry. He's very experienced. He's one of the top leaders in all of Shopping Sherlock, and he's taken time out of his busy schedule to do a special training with us tonight on the back office of how we use the Shopping Sherlock. So all of us were now a good week and a half into the program. We're just getting our feet wet, learning how this works, getting comfortable with it, getting the feel of it. And a lot of you still have individual questions, even though you've been in your back office. You're not too sure what does what or where to go or what to do. And we're going to show you tonight exactly how to do that. Chuck, are you also recording this tonight?
Yes, I am, Brandon.
Okay, fantastic. So we'll have a lot of people that's shooting me messages to record it. So please make sure, those of you also online that have members on your team that are always sending you emails and texts and questions, that this is something that they want to be on so that they can get the information firsthand without having to go through you. So what I want to do right now is introduce the man of the hour who's going to be doing this training for us, and save your questions till the end. At the end, you'll be able to ask any questions in the chat box, so that we can go over that you might not have been clear with. So with that, let me turn it over to Diamond Power, Mr. Chuck Williams.
Thank you, Brandon. And just for the record, not only am I taking time out of my schedule, but I actually canceled a webinar I had scheduled at this time because we were so excited about you and your leaders coming on board. And when Michael Weeder asked me to help him, I just don't say no. And you're going to learn that Michael Weeder is just the most phenomenal, gracious leader you've ever worked with. I'm sure you're experiencing that already, but man, when that guy tells you he's going to do something, he does it. And I've never experienced the level of commitment and support that we get from corporate. So whenever he asks me to do anything, if I humanly possibly can, Brandon, I do it. And I'm glad to help you guys tonight. What I'd like to do is just kind of take our time and go through section by section. We're not going to be here all night. It's not that difficult, but it is confusing when you're first getting involved with anything new. So we'll take our time, and I will record this whole session so you can use it at your leisure, Brandon. First and foremost, there are 3 different sites that you'll be using as part of the Sherlock system. The first one is the main website, shoppingsherlock.com. It's the one you see on your screen right now, shoppingsherlock.com. And to get to your particular site, you simply put your ID number at the end. You just put in your ID number, hit enter, and it'll take you to your site. Now, you'll know you're on your site because it'll have your name, your ID number, your email address, and your phone across the top. So when you're talking to a prospect, you want to make sure that they identify that they see this information at the top so they know that they're on your site. Once they're on your site, everything's connected to you. Whether they're getting a product here in step 3 or whether they're down here becoming a distributor, those things will connect directly to you as long as you put the / your ID number. All right, now this is the main site. Most of us involved in the business use this site. When people want to learn about the company, they can hover over company. It's got executive message, meet the team, corporate causes. Our company and Michael Weeder are passionate about helping people who have been affected by cancer. And so literally as a company, he supports any of us in the field that are doing anything to raise money for cancer. Just phenomenal heart for people who have that situation. We've got saving stories. Income Made Simple is another button you'll want to use. It's got the pay plan, the quick start guide, a couple of big things here for you. The media is one I use all the time. You put your mouse over media, you'll see the calendar. Under the calendar, you'll see all of the different webinars that are going on worldwide, and so you can plug your people into different things that are going on. Brandon, as you start to do things, if you want to open up to the whole company, you can put your team events on this calendar. Just check with me, and I'll tell you how to do that. There's one lady, Margie, who's out in Washington. She handles the calendar, so we can just get that on here through her. But local meetings, Super Saturdays, those kind of things, anything that's open to the whole company is available on this here. So that's the calendar. Another really hot one down here is webinars. Underneath webinars, you've got a history of webinars. There's some phenomenal webinars that Michael Weeder has done right there under webinar link. Support, this is a really, really important one. If you've got a problem, you've got an issue, just submit a support ticket. The company is usually extremely good at keeping up with those. Obviously, with all of the stuff going on with the merger, they're a little bit behind, so be patient. But once they get everything situated, they're really, really, really good about staying on top of support tickets. So just submit it here. That's the best way to get things resolved. And then contacts is just how you get a hold of the corporate office. So that's kind of an overview of the main page. The main thing I use this site for is right here. Go into my back office, and we'll take a quick tour of the Shopping Sherlock back office now. So this is site number 1. It's shoppingsherlock.com/your ID number. And then you can check to make sure everything's working right up here. And then also just come down, click on register for free, and it should have your invite code in the box. Oh, I'm already logged on, so it went right to my Sherlock Saver. But if you're not logged on to the Sherlock Saver and you click here, it'll take you to the sign-up page. And it'll have your number in the invite code box. Become a distributor. If someone clicks on that and they're on your site, you just come on down and you'll see your name and everything down the bottom. I always check that. In fact, just while I'm here, when you're signing somebody up, the 2 things I check, I have them come here to make sure my ID number's on the bottom. You'll want to do the same thing. Have them come to country and have them click on the drop-down menu. These are all the countries around the world that you can literally sign up an affiliate. Now, we call reps, distributors, we call them affiliates. So it's all the same thing. But I like to take a new distributor through this and ask them if they know anybody in these countries or know anybody who knows them in these countries. So these are the countries that you can sign up new affiliates as people become part of our business. And like I said, I take every new person through that. So that's the become a distributor. We've already talked about getting a product. The main thing I use this site for, shoppingsherlock.com, is the back office link right here. When you click on the back office link, it's going to ask you for your ID number, your password. I'm going to use a demo site tonight for this, and so we're going to go to this demo site. And in the back office, again, I'm going to take a break after each section, Brandon, and we'll answer questions. They don't have to wait till the very end. I want it to be fresh in their mind. So right now, we're in the back office of the shoppingsherlock.com site. But I want to stop and go back and see if there's any questions about this home page here before I go on. Any questions about the home page of the shoppingsherlock.com? And give me a second to read your questions real quick. Just type your questions in if you have any. Okay, I don't see any at this point. If you get questions as we go, okay, we got a question for the 1995. That's a question a lot of people have. I'll go ahead and answer for you. If I can find it here. Okay, click on Become a Distributor. You got 2 choices. You got the regular choice, which we all use. It's a $249. And then you've got the $19.95. In certain countries around the world, you cannot require a distributor to purchase your product. And so to be legal worldwide, this option was added. And this option allows somebody to become a rep or an affiliate without purchasing a system. Now, they can't use the featured business. They can't do the coupon on the Sherlock Saver. And they cannot earn usage income because they don't have a system. They got no way of doing that. So they're really not very much in the business, but it's just a legal formalities so people can become a rep, an affiliate, a distributor without purchasing the product. But everybody in the business that's serious about the business, they all purchase a product up here on S2 system. And so that's that explanation. Good question. Any other questions before we move on? This is the home page of the Shopping Sherlock. All right, let's move on. In the back office. Okay, sorry, I just saw a question. I want to make sure I got them all. Please don't say hello and that kind of stuff because when you put a question, I look at them. So if you got a question, feel free to put it, but please don't say hello and thank you and all that stuff. Thank you. All right, in the back office. When you first sign up your new distributor, the first 2 things you want to do is you want to have them set up their monthly subscription. They won't get charged for 30 days, but get it set up. Once they get it set up, they're good to go. Now, after they've set up their monthly subscription, they can always come in here and change the credit card or how they want to pay it. So they can come in here and change. The one thing I want to warn you about is if you come in here and you're trying to hit genealogy and you accidentally hit this one, if you don't go through the whole process again of setting up your monthly subscription, it will knock you off monthly subscription. It'll turn your monthly subscription off. And you don't want that to happen, because if you're off the monthly subscription, you're not eligible to change the feature business, change the coupon, earn the usage income, and your volume that you're accumulating will be flushed. I think that's after 30 or 60 days. So anyway, you don't want to be off ownership, but this is how you change your monthly subscription if you want to. If you want to change credit cards or have it taken out of your bank account instead of your credit card or vice versa, just make sure you go through the whole process and then you're good to go. So monthly ownership is the first thing I do with every brand new distributor. Again, they don't get charged the $34.95 for 30 days, but I set it up immediately, day one. The second thing I do is I have them come up here to choose their payment method, and I have them choose how they want to get paid. And it's either a Payoneer pay card or direct deposit into their bank account. And so the first thing I do is set up their monthly ownership so they're active and not going to lose any volume. The second thing I have them do is choose payment method right here. The first time they come in, they'll have the choice of, I'm not sure why that did that here. Choose payment method will allow them the choice of getting a Payoneer card or having it directly deposited into their bank account. If you already have a Payoneer card, there is an option in there to use that Payoneer card for these commissions. So that is an option you have. Again, go ahead and type your questions in. When I'm finished with this back office review, I'll answer them all for you. Under genealogy, this is a very, very helpful area of your business. This will help you know what's going on in your business. The top one is your list view. Under list view, there's two things I do here. You can find out how many new distributors you have in your business over a certain period of time, and you can just type it in there. And again, this is a demo site we're using that, so I'll use January 1st through 9. And on this demo site, I'm not even sure what's going to show us. We'll see. Okay, quite a few new distributors over that course of time. And it'll show you if they're on ownership or if they're not on ownership. I'll show you who their sponsor is. This is a very valuable report for you. So again, you can do your date range on that, and you can determine what date range you want. You can do all, or you can do just those on ownership, just those not on ownership. So you got some variables in here. It really allows you to manage your business. Another great thing for this report is it will show you if anybody on your team has come off ownership. And so you just simply click this button here, pick your date range, and then you can show the list view, and it will show you if anybody in your organization has come off ownership. And so if this were my site, I would be contacting these people to find out if they accidentally hit this button up here and didn't complete, which is usually the case, or maybe their credit card expired or something. Now, the corporation emails them also, but this is my business. This is your business. So I don't count on them getting a standard email from corporate. I manage my business right here. I'm checking to see who's on ownership, who's coming off, and then I'm communicating with them and getting them back on. This is the lifeblood of your residual income. So again, that's under genealogy, under list view, and those are the two things I really use this for. See who's coming on my team, and it gives me a list of who sponsored them, and then it also tells me who's coming off ownership. That's the two main things I use this for. But again, you can do everybody in ownership, everybody not in ownership. A lot of things you can do with this genealogy report. Another one I use a lot is this tree view graphical. This will show you your organization in your two teams. And you can literally come in and see how many people you have on your left team, how many you got on your right team. You come down and see who's on what side. If you want to go down a spot, you just simply click on somebody's head, and that'll roll down 2 more levels, and so you can actually work your way down and see what's going on in your organization. When you click on somebody, it brings in 2 new levels, and so you just keep clicking and work your way down in an organization, in your organization. Those are the 2 I use the most, the tree view graphical and the list view. Those I use every single day. I don't use the sponsorship list view. If you want to check it out, you can. It's another report that's built to. I never use it. My organization's so big, for one thing, it takes so long, I just don't like waiting for it. The binary summary, that's another one you want to use. The binary summary report tells you how much banked volume you have. Again, banked volume is going to be something you're going to learn to love. In this demo site, this person has personally sponsored 7, 4 personally sponsored on the left, 3 personally sponsored on the right. Current system sales, they have 7 in the bank on the left, and they have 1 on the right. Once 1 more sale is made on the right, it'll trigger a $50 bonus. They also have current monthlies. They have 15 monthly cycle sales on the left and 1 on the right. So once they have 1 more monthly, it'll trigger a $10 cycle bonus. So you can always tell how much volume you have banked by this report right here. It's called a binary summary. This is a very, very valuable report. And what always happens in a binary is one team, your right team or your left team, always outproduces the other team. There is no possible human way to keep them perfectly balanced. As one starts to grow, you start putting all your personals on the other. But as you bank that volume, it's banked basically forever, as long as you keep paying your monthly auto ship. And this is where you can see your banked volume. It's a very, very useful report. I really don't use too many of these other ones. As you're qualifying for the different groups, like the PD qualifier group, it will tell you who your distributors are that made up your 12 that qualified you as a power affiliate. The global qualifier group, it'll tell you the people that made up your organization that made you a global. And then diamond, it'll tell you the people that are your global power distributors that are making up your potential diamond ship. And so the power distributor qualifier group, the global, and the diamond, these are 3 very, very valuable reports for you. They'll teach you how you're doing. Your personally sponsored will give you a list of all the people you personally enrolled. Your sponsor info will give you your sponsor's information, so you can contact your sponsor. Your commissions is a very valuable report. You can click on your check detail, and on this demo site, it'll show you what's being produced, what the bonuses are. You can see there's some monthly cycle bonuses kicking off. This demo site happens to be a global, so there's a 20% check match, and those are the things you can see. So you actually get full detail report of your checks every week in your commission report back here, and that's down here under commission. Let me stop, and we'll take a little break before we go to the maintenance tab. That's the genealogy. So let me answer any questions we've accumulated so far. All right. I don't see any questions. I've either totally lost you. I hope that's not the case. I took my time and went through that. We're recording it, so you can go back and look at it again. If you got questions, feel free to ask them. I'll be glad to answer them. Okay, let's go to the next one, which is maintenance. This is one I use a lot. Just completely ignore this S2 app manager at the top. Some of our Russian affiliates still use this, but none of us in the United States or any of the other countries use this. This relates to an old product we used to have where we used to download the Sherlock. We don't use that anymore. We use a Sherlock Saver. So you literally can completely ignore this top button right here. It will just confuse you. So you might want to let your team know that too. Ignore S2 App Manager. One more time. Ignore S2 App Manager. Okay, fine. Now, the way you guys came in through the merger, you're going to need to go in and update your profile. So you go update profile and make sure your first name and all this information is the way you want it. Set up your password. The replicated site down here, you click on these 3 buttons, and then your information, your name, your email, your phone number will show up on your website. And you want that. You want people to get to your website to be able to contact you if they're interested in getting the product or interested in the business. So you want to check all 3 of these boxes. Now, if you want the phone number on your website to be different than the phone number in the back office that the company would call, you could put a different phone number here just put the number in where it says replicated website phone number. Hit submit, and all these changes will take place. So with the merger, you need to come into your back office and go to maintenance, update profile, and make sure all this information is correct. Don't worry about the shipping address. We don't have potions, lotions, and pills to ship you. It's all online, so the shipping address is not necessary. You do want to make sure your mailing address is correct. That's where they will mail your W-2, no, not your W-2, your 1099, excuse me, we don't get W-2s. Your 1099 will be mailed to the address here. Speaking of 1099s, make sure you connect with accounting at shoppingsherlock.com. I'll type it in here for you all. Accounting at shoppingsherlock.com. I'll send it to the entire audience. Connect with accounting at shoppingsherlock.com and arrange to get them your tax ID information. At the end of the year, early next year, 2014, they'll be sent out the 1099s, and you need to make sure your account has a legitimate tax ID that goes with you. Now, that won't be an issue going forward because all of your new people you sign up, they include that if they're in the United States in the sign-up process. But because of the way you were brought into the company through a merger, you need to make sure accounting has your correct tax ID information. If you have an LLC or a corporation or a Social Security, it doesn't matter what you're using, all of them work. Just make sure you've got the one that you want the IRS to get because that's what your 1099 is going to be sent with. Okay, that's enough of that. Let's move on. Update profile. Update advanced placement. Update advanced placement allows you to place people anywhere you want in your organization. If you leave it alone, it will automatically default to bottom left, bottom right of whichever is your weaker of your two teams. And in most cases, that's exactly what you're going to want to do. If you want to specifically place somebody on your right or left, you need to put in your ID number here. I'll just put in this as an example. Put in your ID number here, and then put if you want left or right. Now, the reason for that might be your real strong team might be your right team, for example. So the computer would naturally want to put them on the left for you. But you may be enrolling somebody who's related or goes to the same church or works in the same place with somebody that's on your real strong team, your right team. So you might want to put that person on your right team, even though you need people on your left team, to keep people that have connections working together and not competing for people. Again, this is all strategy when it comes to building your business. Work up line with Brandon, Ivey, and your other leaders to find out exactly how you guys want to do that. But the only time you'd ever want to do an advanced placement is if you had somebody that you wanted to place on the same side of your business. Now, even saying that on the same side of your business, you always, and I repeat always, want to always put people on your outside right, outside left. Do not try to be placing people inside to help people, because once you start doing that, if those people that you place them on don't produce, all of a sudden you've stranded your personal on the inside of somebody's leg. So I'm just telling you from years of experience working with binaries, you always want to put your personals far right, far left, outside. The only time you want to really use this advanced placement is when you want to keep a certain group of people on the same side of your business. I hope that makes sense. Next thing is to update your site. You can put your own link here. I'll just show you. Demo 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I hit submit. And now that was saved. And so my site is now shoppingsherlock.com/demo 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So come here to your update my site, and whatever's in your box, that's your username. If you don't like your username, you can change it, but I recommend you do it early in the process, not after you've got all your business cards and all your stuff made up. This username is the same one we're going to use later for our marketing system that the company provides you. So whatever your username is, you want to remember it. Again, that's under maintenance, under update my site, username. You got upload your picture. I've never done that. As I'm going through this with you now, it's the first time I've really even noticed it. I guess I'll go back and do that later tonight. But upload your picture is right here. Update your credit card. Update your online check. So when you're using your monthly auto ship here, if you ever want to update that information, here's how you do it. And that's really all I use here, except maybe contact support. So that's a quick overview of the back office. This is the Shopping Sherlock back office, and I'm going to answer any questions you might have at this point. Yes, you can use your username instead of your ID when you're going to like shoppingsherlock.com. You can use / username. I recommend you use the ID number because people don't ever misspell ID numbers. They often misspell usernames. But yes, either one will work when you're taking someone to shoppingsherlock.com. Any other questions? All right, let's continue on. That's a thorough overview of the back office. That's everything I use back here. So that's it for the back office here. All right, this is the marketing system. myshoppingsherlock.com / and I'll just show you. I just did demo 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I believe, and I will hit go. And in the past, this was the capture page. It was called our default capture page. I'm not sure what you're going to have for your capture page. So if this is what you have, if you want to use it, great. It's not the one I recommend. What I teach my team to do, by the way, if you do use this one, I simply put the first name, last name, email, phone number, hit I'm ready, let's do this, and it'll take them to the next page. Once you're here, myshoppingsherlock.com, this is our marketing system. Every one of you have a marketing system just like this. It's got your username, and I just showed you how to find out what your username is. You're going to come here to Members Login, and in the Members Login, I'm going to go ahead and put in, all right, I'm in my back office for the Sherlock marketing system, and I'm going to come up here to Edit Settings, and now I can choose between this one, this one, this one, or this one. So currently we have 4 capture pages you can use. I recommend you use this one here. It's the one I teach everyone on my team to use. You just simply click on this little button underneath it and then hit Update Capture Page. So again, you have a site just like this, myshoppingsherlock.com / your username, and you simply go there, click on Member Login, it'll bring you to the back office here. You got Edit Settings, that's the main thing I use. You also got View Tour Takers, so let me show you. When somebody comes here to your marketing site, and they fill in this information over here, first name, last name, email, phone number, hit submit. That starts an automatic email system. They're going to see the user, the prospect, is going to get 3 emails, and you're going to get one telling you somebody's looking at your marketing system. I'm going to log in the back office again. This is the back office of the My Shopping Sherlock system. This is a marketing system. So I told you there's 3 sites. There's a Shopping Sherlock system. That's the main website, Shopping Sherlock. This is the My Shopping Sherlock, and it's a marketing system. Now, once somebody puts in their name, phone number, email, and hit submit, this is the page they're going to get sent to. And you all have had a little bit of exposure to Fraser Brooks. He's a phenomenal young man, 25 years old in the UK, 6-figure income earner, doing phenomenal. He did a presentation here showing people how to use the product. And so that's the first step, showing people how to use the product. Once they've watched that, they come here to click to see how to earn. And then they're going to come here, and there's a 13-minute video, 13 minutes and 33 seconds to be exact. This is an overview of the marketing plan. It shows people how we make the money. Once they watch this step 2, they come here to the next step, click here to join. And step 3 is to get the free product or become a distributor. Now, these are the same 2 links that are on the Shopping Sherlock site that I showed you in the very beginning, but this is the system we all use because it's a phenomenal system. All right, let's go back to your back office. This is the back office of your marketing system, myshoppingsherlock.com. And I know this probably seems like a lot, but we're going to wrap this whole thing up in 45 minutes, and everything will be explained to you in 45 minutes, so it's not rocket science. Once you get used to this, it gets pretty easy. So in your back office, you come here to View Tour Takers, and you can see the people that have gone into and gone through my system here. And so everybody who puts in their name, email, and hits submit, they go into that tour taker up here. So you actually have a database that you can take notes and keep track of what's going on back there. It's pretty cool. The edit settings is what we're looking at now. The edit settings allows you to pick which capture page you want to use. The support center just allows you to communicate with our support ticket system. And again, the company's really, really good about following up with this. So just put your information in here and give them a chance to get to it. Frequently asked questions. The company really asks us as leaders to teach our people to look at the frequently asked questions before you submit a support ticket. If it's a frequently asked question, we're going to have the answer there for you. And then the follow-up emails, this just shows you the emails that go out to your prospect once they put in that data. And Brandon, you and your team are more than welcome to contribute. The company's really good about letting us adjust these to meet our needs. They just run them by legal to make sure it's obviously legal. And then they're very flexible about making these better, so they're open to feedback. That's one of the things I love about this company. So that's a thorough review of the My Shopping Sherlock system. Again, there's no extra charge for this. When you become an affiliate and you pay the $249 and $34.95 monthly, you get a marketing system, and here it is. And it's always being looked at and being improved. So that's really cool too. Let's check out some questions. No sound. Boy, I hope that's just you and not everybody. Brandon, can you come off mute and let me know if you can hear me?
Yes, I hear you just fine.
I'm sorry for that person who doesn't have sound. Check your speakers, and I'm glad you can hear me, Brandon. Okay, I think that person's left us and probably come back. So, okay. And that was my only question. You guys are not asking near as many questions as I thought you would. I hope I'm not losing you. Let me slow down and request some questions from you. All right, I'm going to give you some time to write your questions, but I'm also going to go to the third site. The third site is the Sherlock Saver. It's our product. It is what I teach my team to become the most familiar with. You really got to believe in the product to do something. At least I do. I can't go out and sell something to somebody if I don't believe in it. And so become familiar with the product. Become a student of the product. Our product is SherlockSaver.com. And I'm going to go ahead and log out. Just show you the whole way through. Log out. So when you first come to Sherlock Saver, / your username. Now this is a different username than the one for the other two sites we've been on. Now if you're fortunate, you use the same one for all three. You're smarter than me. I did a different one. I'm not sure why, but I got a different one. So if you're smart enough to do the same one for all three, that's great. Otherwise, you send people to SherlockSaver.com / your username. And when you send them there, it's going to have your cover page, your profile picture, your banners, and then up here it's going to give them the opportunity to sign up for free today. So if they click on sign up for free today, you'll have the invitation code already embedded in there because you brought them to your site. That's because I use my username after this. Now again, let me repeat. This is not necessarily the same username as your marketing system and the one that's in your Shopping Sherlock back office. This is the username when you signed up for your Sherlock Saver account. When you signed up, whatever username you put here, that's the username that you're going to want to use here. Now again, if you were smart, you would put the same one. I did not. Okay, hope that makes sense. So once you're at SherlockSaver.com, and this is our third and final site we're going to review. This is our product. You click on Account, My Account, and it'll ask you to log in. So you put in your email address, your password. If you're brand new, you'll be signed up here. Hit log in, and this is the product. Now, I have all kinds of videos, and Brandon, if you need them, I can make them available to you, where we go through this product in detail, step by step, everything that's involved here. So I don't want to go through all the detail. I just want to show you some of the highlights over here on the left. Your cover page, is right here. Remember, that's what I brought you to in the beginning. That's the cover page. Edit profile, something you're going to want to get familiar with. And the edit profile, if you're a distributor, you got to remember when you're new people, you probably gave them product before they became a distributor. So once they become a distributor, make sure they come in here and add their ID number, their distributor ID number. Make sure they come in and add that. If they don't come in and add that, then they're not going to have access to the business info, the business image, the coupon image, the coupon info. They won't have access to any of this stuff if they're a consumer. And the way they know they're not consumers is having a valid ID number in here. Okay, so that's under edit profile. Also under edit profile, I've got videos that'll teach you all this, but this is where you come in to update your business image, which is this featured business, your coupon image, which is this one here. And again, we've got videos right here under training videos. They'll teach you how to do all this stuff back here. So I just want to show you the highlights and where to go to find out things. But in the SherlockSaver.com, you've got your edit profile, you've got your training videos, you got your reports. These reports are very, very important. It shows you who all has signed up using your Sherlock. And then also shows you the number of clicks. And you can set whatever time frame you want. And these usage is, basically shows how many active Sherlocks you have. And so you can see I've got a bunch of clicks on my Sherlocks, some of different places. And it's live. If somebody clicks on one of my Sherlocks right now, these numbers will change. This is live reporting. It shows you how many times your branding is clicked on. So you kind of come through and just see all the different things that are available to you in your back office. Again, this is under View Reports. And all this stuff we got for you. The marketing links, don't get confused. It's right here. Your Sherlock Saver site. Here's what it is. So whatever you sign up for a username, it's going to give it to you right here. Your blog, your referral link where you want to send people, your coupon, all these links are right here under marketing links. To order your business cards is right here. This is where you order your business cards. If you're brand new and you want to know how to use the Sherlock, right here, how to use the Sherlock. Frequently asked questions, and we're constantly adding to this. So if a bunch of questions are coming in about a topic, they'll answer them right here for you. Your wall, your messages, these are actually used in the product. And again, very, very great tool. So again, kind of high-level overview here on the product. We've got other videos where we go through the product in excruciating detail. I just want to let you know there's 3 different sites. You got your Sherlock main site, which is shoppingsherlock.com. You got your marketing system, which is myshoppingsherlock.com/your username. On this one here, the ID number will not work. You need to use your username. And again, all this is already programmed for you. So once you get your shoppingsherlock.com site set up, your profile set up like I showed you at the beginning, the marketing system is all set up automatically for you. And then the product is the third site we talked about. That's the SherlockSaver.com. So 3 sites, 1 phenomenal company. Brandon, let me take a few minutes and see if we got any questions. All right, I'm not quite sure I understand this question, but it says if you do not go through the whole process and did not know it, how can I tell that the mistake was made? If you could be a little more clear about that and what kind of mistake you're talking about, I'll be glad to answer that for you. What I do is I check my links. Come here and go to that link and see where it takes you. Go to that link and see where it takes you. And so, see, it takes me to my site, and so I know it took me to the right spot. Let me come back and see if there's any other questions. All right, let me go through. Let's see. Okay, I've showed you where to log in. Let me show you one more time. These are some things corporate support want to make sure. When you're logging into your back office, the main back office is right here, shoppingsherlock.com, back office login. This is where you come into your back office. See if I got anything else here for you. Update, review your profile. I'll show you that one more time. Come in here and under maintenance, Go down here, profile, update profile. This is where you update your profile. Make sure you hit submit down here, and I'll save it for you. Within your back office, remember, we don't use the S2 App Manager. Just ignore that. It'll do nothing but confusion. It's not relevant unless you're in Russia. If you're watching this in Russia, you're probably not watching this because you don't speak English anyway. So just ignore that if you're anywhere but Russia. Let's see. Okay, we talked about the Sherlock Saver. We talked about the marketing side. I mentioned to you, you need to get your federal tax ID number into accounting. Go ahead and just get that done. Accounting at shoppingsherlock.com. You can either email your information in, or if you don't feel comfortable emailing your tax information, you can just email and say, call me. They will give you a fax number. They'll call you, however you want to do it, but just make sure you get that in the back office. Payoneer, I mentioned if you have a Payoneer account from Vitel, select already have a Payoneer account, and be sure you do that as soon as possible. Be sure you check the frequently asked questions before submitting a ticket. You want to make sure we in the field work closely with corporate, and so don't bog them down with a bunch of questions that are already in your FAQs. Check that before you submit a support ticket, please. Payment issues, any placement issues you might have, submit those to Vitel. Here, I'll just show you.
You're right, vitel.shoppingsherlock.com.
Thank you. You're the man. I'll type it in right here for you, too. Brandon, make sure I got that right. I just sent it out there. Did you see it? Vitel.shoppingsherlock.com.
Yeah, that's correct.
All right. And, again, once you submit that, give them some time. They're working, and they're working fast. And I've worked with these guys for quite a while now, and they're the best I've ever worked with my entire career. So just give them a little time. They will get to it. Brandon, that's really everything I had for you tonight. Is there anything that I missed that you'd like me to cover, sir?
No, you are very, very thorough, and I hope everybody got what they needed out of this. I think that one thing that you were very informative about is making sure everybody reads their FAQs, because most of the questions they have is there. And another thing is just to be curious. I mean, when I first signed up, before I even contacted Chuck or anybody, I clicked on every single link I possibly could just to see what it does. That's how you learn. And so a lot of people think it's easier to call and ask somebody, but everything is very user-friendly and it's right at the tip of your fingers. So thank you, Chuck, for giving us that information.